Today we're going to talk about Warhammer Day, more Kill Team already, and other news, rumours, leaks and speculation. There's a couple of really juicy bits in here that I don't think anyone else has spotted, so stick around till the end. So I'm going to start by reading the article. This came up yesterday on Warcom. Every year we take a day out from our busy schedule to celebrate that which is most important to us, Warhammer. Our annual extravaganza of all things Warhammer is called, no points for guessing, Warhammer Day. And this year it falls on the 5th of October. That's just under 2 weeks away. This year is the year of chaos, as evidenced by the Great Horned Rat joining the big leagues of the pantheon of chaos gods in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, finally rubbing shoulders with Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh and Nurgle as a fully fledged ruinous power. It wouldn't be Warhammer Day without a big old heap of reveals to fuss over, and we've got some great stuff to show you on our Warhammer Day Preview Online 2024, which takes place at 5 PM British Summer Time on Saturday, the 5th of October. You'll be able to inhale a feast of upcoming releases for Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Legions Imperialis, and Warhammer Underworlds. This year's commemorative miniature is the Chaos Sorcerer, Tazarkath, Bane of Law, and we'll be revealing their glorious model in the coming days. You'll be able to pre-order this miniature on the 5th of October while stocks last. Don't delay, pledge your immortal soul to the Pantheon today. There's not much left to say other than telling you to pop the date and time in your calendar and start speculating about what you might like to see on the Warhammer Day 2024 Preview Online. All we say is that there's going to be some explosive stuff, just like this little guy. And then they showed this picture of a rat with a bomb on his back. So, a couple of thoughts. One, I'm pleased that it's at a sensible time. That's cool. The 5th of October is also Hivestorm launch day, so, gosh, we're going to have a lot of news to go through. Tazarkath, Bane of Law, and we're revealing their glorious model, so not even giving us the gender. I don't know what gender Tazarkath will be. Will it be a bloke? Will it be a lady? Will it be something a bit androgynous? Don't know. Do I want that miniature? Well, I play Warriors of Chaos in the Old World. Well, I haven't actually ever played the Old World. I collect and hope one day to get a game of before the edition finishes the Old World. But if the model is kind of low-key enough that it looks like it would make sense in the Old World, I might pick it up. If it's a huge thing that is obviously very Age of Sigmar, maybe I'll give it a swerve. We will see. Let's get on with as they entreat us to do. Let's get on with speculating on what we might like to see on the Warhammer 2024 Preview Online. Now, look, I take issue with that sentence. Is it speculating? It's speculating what we might see. Yes, speculating what we might see. Nothing about what we would like. It's not wish listing. It's speculating. That's good. So, Year of Chaos. Let's just pick up on this as well. They did share this graphic. I think this graphic is really interesting because I think this is new art. Slaanesh looking particularly ugly there. But I do think this is new art and quite rare art in that I think it purports to actually depict Slaanesh, Nurgle, and Khorne. Where's Tzeentch? Why did we get... What's happened? Why are there still only 4 Chaos Gods here? In the text, did we get... Let me just see. It does say Tzeentch. They haven't erased Tzeentch. Don't worry, Tzeentch fans. But interesting that the graphic they did here, they forgot Tzeentch. He's been replaced by the Horned Rat. Interesting thoughts. Usually it's Slaanesh that gets forgotten. Now, it's difficult to know what to make of this, and you'll see this as we go through. Do we take this to mean that every single release is going to be Chaos themed? I mean, bearing in mind that Skaven is included in Chaos. I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. And we'll go through and we'll see how far we can take this Chaos idea. Because they have, if you look at the article, and I will link it in the description, they have really gone over the top with this chaos branding. So let's see. So that's about Warhammer 40k. So 40k is a weird one because we're expecting Krieg next, right? We had the roadmaps, and they told us that we were getting Krieg. Not very chaotic, the Krieg. You know, my prediction with the Krieg is that we'll get a big FOMO box just in time for Christmas, and then the big release in January. They did say it will be 2025. And after that, we know that we're getting Eldar and Imperial Knights. They did also say special chaos treats. You know, on the roadmap image as well. So maybe they're going to show off some kind of chaos release. I know a lot of people are talking about Emperor's Children, right? It could be their time to preview the first hair of a plastic Emperor's Child. That would be quite cool. Space Skaven is an unwelcome thing that I've written onto the slide. But, you know, now that they've said that Skaven are part of Chaos, maybe they want to make Skaven a thing in 40k. Not something I genuinely believe, but it bears a small amount of consideration. And it's funny, because when I was putting this together yesterday, this would have been the slide for 40k, but now more evidence has come to light. So, there's this line here. First of all, we're going to go to the top. This was at the bottom of the Sunday preview article on Sunday, obviously. Here at Warhammer Community, there's a big change coming this week that we can't wait to unveil, as well as more from the Chaos Dwarf Blood Bowl team and the return of Heresy Thursday. Now, a lot of people have been speculating about the big change coming this week. Is it going to be something about how we order? Is it going to be something about the website? Something, mechanical? Is it going to be something about the way they sell the rules? Something mechanical and nuts and boltsy, but I think it's a classic Warcom kind of stupid pun. A big change coming. Well, who's the Lord of Change, right? Which faction do we know of that loves change, right? And at the same time, we got this... you know what it'll be? It'll be a big change. You know what it's going to be? And they're going to present it as a positive thing. This is going to be, if this is what I think it is, it's going to be the announcement that they're squatting the Demons Codex in 40k. Now, why would that be a positive thing? I hear you scream in anguish at your computers. So, there's been a rumour for ages that demons are getting removed as a codex, and all those demon units that are famous and that you love are being rolled into the god-specific books. So the Thousand Sons will get the Zinchi demons, and the Word Bearers will get Word Bearers. Yeah, World Eaters, those guys. The World Eaters will get the Khorne demons, and the Death Guard will get the Nurgle demons, and the Emperor's Children, when they come, will get the Taneshi demons. And of course, they'd have to reveal that now. If now is when they're going to... Or, let's say, they'd have to reveal that whenever it is they decide to make the first God-specific codex. And then, earlier today, we got this bit of art that no one seems to have noticed, because I must be the only one that goes onto Warhammer's Instagram and clicks their story. So this was on the Warhammer official Instagram story. What faction is this? And then it is a pile of dust and ash. Now, again, perhaps wrongly, I interpret that as a direct reference to Thousand Sons. We know that the Rubric Marines are inside their armour, dust and ash. So, lots of people have been shouting in anguish. Are they really taking 3 months off Warhammer 40k? I wish I could stop in September and not have to do any more work until January. Maybe they're not. Maybe it was just a massive fake out. Maybe they're going to be like, haha, secretly Thousand Sons. And they're going to bring out the new Thousand Son Codex. They're going to present it with, all the demons rolled in with Thousand Sons. And then at the same time, I guess, if that rumour is accurate about demons, they'd have to push out PDF supplements and changes for the others. So they probably have to add the demons, like, in index form into the other 3 God-specific army, or the other 2, I think. There's currently, there is currently an Index Noise Marines kind of thing, isn't there? And then I guess the Taneshi demons could really go in that. But yeah, I think it might be the reveal of Thousand Sons. There's also been this rumour for a while. This isn't new. This is Auspex has talked about this. Valrak's talked about this. I'm just going to briefly, and I believe this was tied into some lore in White Dwarf at one point as well. There's rumours that the Castellax Accia Automata, which is a 30k unit, it's pictured there with its lovely 15 plus logo as something you can only buy for 30k. There was a rumour that they were getting a 40k-ified version of that, where the demon had taken more control of the automata, and we can kind of see that with these couple of rumour engine pictures. That these are quite old now. This looks quite similar to this. It's a 3-fingered claw with kind of the scissor hands vibe going on, with the thumb mounted in between the 2 fingers, and it's exactly the same kind of idea here. And here we see what could easily be a foot from the side. And if you look here again, if you look where the mouse pointer is on the screen, these stripes here look like they could easily be the Thousand Sons, Egypt's, the Tutankhamun death mask style detailing that the Thousand Sons tend to have. So I think that's what that is, and I've thought that was a credible rumour for a long time, and since that has been a rumour for a long time and an idea for a long time, and now we're seeing this, plus a 40k reveal in the Year of Chaos, maybe they're going to sneak in a Thousand Sons release before the Krieg, right? Which will be, if they manage to pull it off, it'd be quite a coup, because I'm the first person suggesting that, and I'm suggesting it based on them basically telling us via Instagram. Right, and there's no Valrax here saying, "Oh yes, Thousand Sons." There's no Auspexes saying, "Oh yes, Thousand Sons." So maybe. You're not here for 40k. You're definitely here for Legion Imperialis. So let's. I don't really care, but let's talk about this. So again, another really weird one. Legion Imperialis has had this leak, which is the back of the Mechanicum FOMO box that's obviously coming out. So you've got all the plastic Mechanicum stuff coming to Legion Imperialis. So that's what I expect them to do for Legion Imperialis, because we've seen a picture of it. But again, like what I said initially for 40k, it's not very Chaos, is it? Now, Chaos sort of exists in obviously the Horus Heresy is about Chaos, but then as we've just seen, this is a great example. This is not an obviously Chaos thing. A lot of the Horus Heresy Chaos things are actually styled to look kind of It's very funny because before Heresy came along, people talked about pre-Heresy and post-Heresy, and a lot of the units we ended up getting for the Horus Heresy actually show mostly it's those legions before or just after they just started to descend into Chaos worship. So there's not really any tentacles out, fully fledged, openly and notoriously chaotic stuff. There's a bit. But Chaos and Legion Imperialis could be funny, because one of the things I never played Epic and I never played Legion Imperialis, but one of the things I always thought was funny when I used to be a kid, used to flick through, before the internet, used to flick through the Citadel Miniatures catalogue for fun, right? Back in the day, and used to look at all the bits and pieces for the really old games, and it was like you get a little Magnus the Red that was about the size of a Space Marine on a 25mm base, back when Space Marines were on 25mm, the size of an old school Space Marine, right? As a little demon Primarch, just in epic scale. I thought that was funny. So maybe they could reveal something like that for, here's Fulgrim. We're gonna finally Fulgrim comes to, and then they zoom out. And it's like with the Thunderhawk, right? And they zoom out, and it's this little Legion Imperialis. What's it? That would be quite fun. But it's probably just going to be Mechanicum. But I'm hedging, because they've said, Chaos, and it's but all the stuff we know is coming isn't really Chaos, except for Age of Sigmar. Age of Sigmar is the least interesting thing. They said in the roadmap that we were getting Slaves to Darkness this year for Age of Sigmar. So, yeah, it's going to be Slaves to Darkness. That's the third book out after the Skaven and the Stormcast. We're getting Slaves to Darkness, so it'll be Slaves to Darkness, and it's that's cool. I like myself a Chaos Warrior. Like I said, I play them in I don't play them, but I collect them for the Old World. I aspire to play them one day. Be nice to see if we get any new stuff for the Age of Sigmar Slaves to Darkness that can be used for the Chaos Warrior stuff. That'd be cool. But I've not much to say or speculate, because they've told us what's happening, and what they've told us fits what they've said they're doing with the theme of Chaos. So, yeah. But that's not all for Age of Sigmar. I don't think this has anything to do with Warhammer Day. This just crossed my metaphorical desk the other day. So this is a leak, right? This is the Soulblight Gravelords Othar Half-King, right? This is a Warhammer commemorative series model. Now, this isn't what they've said they're doing for Warhammer Day. That was a Zeech guy. This could be a fake or whatever. It doesn't look like it to me, but I suppose it could be. I would guess this would be... We usually get the new store anniversary miniatures. They get shown off in January, right? I think. Is that? Or is it a bit later on? Is it more like March? I can't even remember. But, I'm guessing that this is going to be a commemorative miniature for something. I really like it. I'm partial to a classic skeleton. I love it. I love this one, actually, with the mad hair. I think that's really, really funny and cool. Right up my cup of tea. So definitely want to pick up one of these Othar Half-Kings, as and when, could be in the next sort of 6 to 8 months even, as and when they become available. Really looking forward to that. and just thought I'd share it since I was vaguely running down rumours and things in a video. Underworlds. So, Underworlds, we all kind of thought Underworlds had died and that they weren't going to make any more Underworlds. And now there's a new logo for Underworlds, like a brand new logo. So, like, I don't dislike Warhammer Underworlds, just nobody I know really plays it. Like, I tried to get back into it again not that long ago. I, like, dusted off all of my old bits and pieces, tried to, like, take stock of what I had, picked up bits of cards that I had to get them to work, but, like, Mrs. TI's not that interested, Zimbad's not that interested. It's just, like, not really a thing. Depending on what they do, it's a new edition. If they made sweeping changes and they make it even more accessible with the cards and stuff, maybe they could tempt me to care about Underworlds. I don't know. Either way, I think that this bomb rat probably belongs in Underworlds because he has a texture base, and all of the Underworld stuff usually comes with a textured base on the sprue. And I know sometimes you see texture bases outside of Underworlds, but usually for characters, and this is obviously a little pet token thing. Also, they love a pet in Underworlds, so I'm guessing it's a Skaven team, like a, I'll get my names wrong, is it Eshin, the engineers? The Skaven engineers, anyway, with the bomb, right? It looks like that sort of thing, so I'm guessing that's what it is. That'd be cool. And it fits in with the Chaos theme, as they have expanded it to include Skaven. Chaos is Skaven are Chaos. That takes an adjustment for someone that's been in the Warhammer hobby for a very long time. But yeah, I think that's a reasonable shout. And now finally brings on to what we're all here for, which is Kill Team. Now, Kill Team's a weird one. So I've already done a whole big video on this. I'm pretty sold on the Ogryns and Rattlings versus Orcs thing that Valrak talked about. Like, I think that's what's going to happen next. But that doesn't fit the Chaos theme. Now, if they say it's theme of Chaos, if we know, certainly, Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Underworlds are very likely to be Chaos, because of what we kind of know is supposed to happen. We got pretty strong evidence that Legion Imperialis isn't going to be Chaos. 40k, they did show that pile of ash. Like, maybe it's a secret Thousand Sons army, but at the same time, yeah, it doesn't really feel... It's more likely to be the first tease of the Krieg, isn't it? Like, So that would have less than half of the games be something Chaos themed for their Chaos themed preview. So is there something else that's going to slide out? Like, we don't actually know if we're expecting big boxes this year, or if there's going to be other little bits. Some people have said it's going to be like a narrative book, because they took all the... I think these people are high on cope, to be perfectly frank with you. But, like, they took all the narrative stuff out of Kill Team, so is there going to be a narrative book, or a book with more co-op in it, or something a bit like Ashes of Faith, which is all, like, new teams for the main game, but also, like, a real narrative focus. Maybe Valak's just wrong, and the next big box is something else. Or maybe it is just going to be nothing to do with Chaos, and the other four will be three out of the 5 will be Chaos related, and that's Chaos enough, right, for the theming to work. I don't know. It'd be really bizarre, actually, if they do just show off the next Kill Team box, because the 5th of October is Hivestorm release day. And so they were then sort of defining a thing where, yeah, we'll show you this, it's out in 3 months, and then in 3 months when they release that one, they'll show us the next one, and, like, we will always know and be thinking about what the next Kill Team box is. And in a way, I think release day is the perfect day to tell us the next thing. Like, if they want to keep the hype alive just forever, right, tell us the next thing on release day when they've already sold all the pre-orders to the people who are going to get straight on board the next hype train, and then we will always have the next Kill Team box in our minds, right, all year. That would be quite a good marketing strategy, I would have thought, right? So maybe that, and if they do show it and it's 3 months ahead, maybe they're going to just show one side, just show the Orcs, or just show the Rattlings. I don't know. Final thoughts? Well, what do you think? I've given you a lot of speculation. Give me your speculation in the comments as well, please and thank you. I'd enjoy that. It is very quick for more Kill Team stuff, but the Kill Team logo is right there. Like, you know, I wouldn't expect it, but there it is. A little bit of channel admin. There's no live stream on Wednesday. It's my school's open evening, so I've got to stay in school till like 8:30, I want to say. Pray for me. I don't want to be there, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll try and put my best foot forward for everyone, but yeah, I'm very, very tired as it is, so that'll be a long day, sure. But I should be back on Thursday for another video. If you've enjoyed this video and if you've learned something, please consider subscribing and sharing. Yeah, really helpful. Obviously, we did really well last week when there was a video every week. Obviously, now that has slowed down a little bit. The weekend was my daughter's birthday. I was really busy, and then I was really tired on Monday with one thing and another. So it has slowed down a little bit again this week. But then, hopefully, after release day, if they drop all the teams, I'm going to start trying to rattle through the teams pretty quickly as well. So it should pick up again. But keep up your subscriptions, keep up your views, keep everything up, keep me going, keep the channel going, keep it sustained. Don't let the algorithm forget about you, please. Do your part, yeah. Massive thanks to all my members who support me financially every single month. It's massively appreciated, and it really, really does make a difference. And it's not on the slide, but a massive thank you to all those people who pre-ordered Hivestorm using my Element Games affiliate link. Like, I think I made about £50 from people buying Hivestorms, so that's pretty cool. I think Hivestorm is still on sale at Element Games, so if you wanted to pick up a copy, or a second or a third copy, the link's in the description. That will really help me out as well. Thank you very much. Alright guys, thanks everybody, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, goodbye.